push it real good. Bow, 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 bow. And I did enable questions. Not that I really understand what that is.
We'll probably find out. I was hoping that we would have a guest tonight, and he's not going to make
We don't
it.
need you. We don't need no stinking guests.
Yeah. The doctor must have surgery tonight. Crash Free Zebula.
Okay.
To hang out with the old boys. Yeah, I hope Max brings that beer quick before this podcast starts.
Where's he at?
I don't know.
What?
Rhino says Max is going to get the beer.
Oh.
And
Okay, we'll give Steve literally like a minute. Doesn't show up, we can start.
Cuckoo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're gonna have to carry my weight again, Dor. I only got 7.
I don't even know why you count anymore, Eric. When in doubt, we just go on tangents.
I'm gonna be on tangents whether I got 27 or 4 apps. Because I got stories. Things happen, Dor.
Good.
I was robbed last night, Dor.
I don't believe you. I think you're exaggerating the word rob. That's right.
I was robbed to the point that I went beating on somebody's door at 6:30 in the morning today. With a chunk of wood in my hand.
A chunk of wood. That's how you know you live in the sticks.
FYI, questions do not work on mobile.
Nothing works on mobile.
I'm not on mobile.
Yeah, I don't expect anything to work on mobile.
My quality might.
Second-rate citizens.
The quality of my video stream may seem I'm on mobile, but I'm not. I'm on Comcast, though. Almost as bad as mobile. Oh, at least I'm not the only one. Thank you, Martin, for giving me some encouraging news that they don't suck just for me.
Oh, Comcast?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he was going off. He was. Let me rephrase that. I could hear the tone in his voice. He was really mad, is what I'll say. Like, really mad. Like, dude, it's Comcast. What do you want? I don't care about you.
I've been really mad a number of times with them.
Okay, so let's just get Steve coming. Let's get started.
Man, okay. I smell chicken.
Is your audacity started while you smell chicken?
Did you count me down?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Record. Don't forget, when Steve comes in, comment on how you heard the audio quality get real bad. It must be his mic.
Yeah. Chicken. I smell chicken, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Throw that at the beginning of the feed there for him to listen to.
Good man.
You know, chicken wouldn't even really have any taste if it wasn't for the salmonella.
To say so, I don't believe I've ever tasted salmonella. Or I did, and I just didn't know it.
Then you've never had good chicken.
I literally have 3 people right now voxering me at this very second.
Oh, I better turn my volume down. Wow. I can't even keep up with the voxers I have. And none of those 3 were anything.
Well, Eric, I was invited once again to 10 hours worth of meetings for the last week, basically every day. So it isn't like I'm just, sitting there picking my nose.
You're voxing.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm getting a phone call. Let me take this phone call real quick.
Yeah. And I muted him just to be sure. No trade secrets or anything get discussed. Or some insider information about some secret underground militia of rabbit farmers. or the like. I will say, let me see. There's an interesting app that I will throw out there before we even get started. I can't remember if this costs money. It takes so many clicks to open up that private window and go. Okay, it is free. I'll put this one here in the chat, guys. Atomic glue. Very cool. But here's the thing that I'm confused about, Last Child. Questions don't work on mobile, yet you're on the TLKIO chat, and you're fine. Eric, I muted your mic. Are you there? I don't hear you. Look at your little cube, Eric. In the film strip, you do not see your audio bouncing when you talk. Wasn't me.
Kabam.
There you go.
I forgot to turn my mic back on. You muted me, but I had also muted myself.
Gotcha. Everything good, man?
It's all good, man.
Wasn't the firefighters calling you?
No, it was the guy. As soon as I picked up, it's like, "Oh, this is your podcast night, isn't it?" Yeah. We're live and recording.
I'm confused. I gotta say this. Jason Lastchild said, "FYI, questions don't work on mobile, thus making me think he's on mobile. Yet he's in the TLK.io chat."
No, he's talking questions on Hangouts. Don't work on mobile. Didn't you say you enabled questions?
Yeah, I didn't think anything worked on mobile, including sometimes even Hangouts.
Did you enable questions on Hangouts?
Oh.
No, where did you enable questions at?
On Hangouts.
Yeah. So he's just saying they don't work on mobile.
Okay, let me see. One last peek at the Voxer. See if.
Now I'm going to really turn my volume down.
Okay, turn it on.
Oh, that's media. Oh, because we're on Voxer. Show me volumes.
Hi, Billy.
You scared your old man.
I'm getting ready to do one, yes. I didn't hit record yet. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
You ready to go to bed? Yeah. Got a hole in your shirt.
I've always knew that.
Billy, you don't have to go to bed. It's summertime.
I like that back.
Actually, he had school for another week.
Oh.
And I'm happy he can't hear you. Hello, buddy.
Love you.
Say it again, Eric.
You don't have to go to bed because it's summertime, summer vacation. But he said it's not, so you
gotta
do.
go to school tomorrow, right? He's looking at face. That's disgusting.
Wah.
No, give me some love. Thank you. I need to go. Don't you like me doing jazz hands?
Yeah.
Let's do jazz hands. Okay, you need to go to bed. Did you brush your teeth already? Yeah. It didn't smell like it did. It actually kind of stunk. Can you please brush your teeth?
Yes.
And mouthwash?
Yes.
You like the thing? Do that again, you're going to repeat. And the face wipe thing. Deal? Deal? I love you. Go.
Where's the other one at?
Oh, he's already in bed.
I thought they came in twos.
No, I'm pretty sure he's already in bed. Don't be loud. Goof.
Claude. He called you Claude.
I don't know what he said.
You know what Claude means?
No.
Save it for the show.
I'm old. I don't know nothing.
It's an old word. It means dirt.
I don't think that's what. Okay. Eric, I need you to hit record in 5. Oh, wait, we already did.
Yeah, you want me to start over, though?
No. Didn't hit stop. Just keep going. He'll figure it out.
6 minutes and 24
That's
seconds.
what he gets paid for. Relax. He's good at this stuff.
All right.
Okay, this is. Relax, Eric. Relax. This is 368. You want me to do the intro?
If you want to.
Okay.
If you don't, I will. Welcome to Android App Addicts, episode number 368. This is the Android app show about Android apps. We have Door to Door Geek and myself, Eric Ardini. Door, how's it going, sir?
Eric literally butted in front of me. I was taking a breath, getting ready to do the intro, and then he just pipes up, and I gotta let him roll.
I budged. I budged right in front of you.
Well, that's fine because you did good.
So we're here. We're missing one. We've got a wounded soldier who will be here on the field soon. The field of battle, the field of podcast battle. Steve Cherubino will join us as soon as he is able to. Door had no problem getting here. I'm still up in the air on whether my power and electricity and cable modem internet connection is going to go out during the show, so we'll see how that goes. So we'll see Steve as soon as he gets here.
Well, Eric, I gotta ask you, dude, how was your week?
It's been a busy week. I had a lot of meetings. I think you have too, as I was hearing earlier before the show. I actually got. Do you want to hear my latest story of last night? I got actually robbed. Not robbed. I got burglarized, kinda. Some young men broke into my garage and stole wood, antique cabinet doors from the 1800s, and they burnt them on their bonfire.
So say, what kind of people go around breaking into places stealing wood?
Yeah, people who want to make their fire larger. So
Eric. I literally in my head have the impression you live in the sticks. Like you pick any direction, you walk for, I don't know, 50 or 60 feet, and there's a tree if you need wood.
Yeah, well, one direction for sure.
Okay.
If you head east, there's definitely a forest.
Okay.
Now, yeah, there's plenty of wood. And in fact, now that you mention that, Door, there's a huge pile of cut wood 20 feet away from my garage, which they had access to and were partaking in, but it wasn't good enough. It wasn't enough. They had to break into the garage and steal actual antique wood.
Okay, then I'm going to have to guess they are between the ages of 14 and maybe 20, and they broke in and said, there's nothing here worthwhile to steal. Screw it. I'll take some wood.
Yeah. Yeah, but what they did, they broke the wood right outside the garage, up against the tree, like smashed it, and left a big thing of this wood was held together with like 20 flathead screws. This door, and then there was another door in there that didn't have any screws. But I saw that laying on the ground this morning, and the fire department's been training on my house, the house next door that I bought, because I'm tearing it down, and they just need to rough, crazy places to train and use their equipment they don't get to use too often. So I thought, well, maybe they did something last night. So I get to look at it, and I'm like, wait, that's from that set of cabinet doors. So I look inside, and I'm like, oh, there's only one left. And then the other cabinet door's gone too. So then I started thinking, I started smelling. Actually, I'm like, it smells like something's burning. And so I went over, and then I saw that the pile of brush that they can take freely, which is fine. That was fine with me for them to take off of this pile of brush that the neighbor put there in my yard, which is fine, whatever. I saw that it was strewn all over the yard. So I'm like, oh, those guys were over here getting wood. And I bet those are the guys. So I went behind my house, went up on the trail, walked the trail down to their house. The fire's still smoldering, still this morning. They have a little path that goes up to the trail. Walk down their path. Mind you, it's just littered with beer cans all over the place. Like they're I don't know if they're afraid to show them to somebody. They throw them in the forest. Walked up there, and then laying right on the ground, right next to the fire, is a chunk of that cabinet, not burnt yet. And I'm like, oh. So but this time I'm furious. I pick it up, and I just immediately walk up to the house and start slamming on the door. And I didn't call the cops. I don't want to. I hate to get a kid who's just a kid into the system of like probation, and then because I don't see enough kids get out of that system when they get in trouble and they plead for probation and then they mess up by not having a seatbelt or something or
Right.
whatever. So
Well,
I talked to the dad, and the dad's like, "Oh, I'll beat their butt." Blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, "Well, I would appreciate if you do." And he's like, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'll bring them down and I'll do it right in front of you." I'm like,
oh, jeez.
"That'd be good too."
Well, I'll say, yeah, typically when you get the authorities involved, the odds of the kids coming out of the situation better, like smarter, straightening up is slim to none.
Yeah, yeah. Next time I'll go that route though.
All right. Well, Steve
Not the
isn't
first
here.
time.
Steve's in here, but I got to give a Steve update.
Okay.
First off, I will say if he did live by me, I would have went and banged on his door really loud because I was a little bit upset at Mr. Shups, Mr. Cherubino.
Yeah.
I know he has a bunch of cat things going on. And, he always messes around and says, these guys don't care about my cat. And I kind of don't care about his cat, but I care about him.
Yeah.
So because he cares about the cat, I then care about the cat. The cat was, I know, having something major done, quote unquote, on Tuesday. So on Tuesday at 11 a.m., no, maybe it was Wednesday. On Wednesday at 11 a.m., I pinged him on Voxer and just said, cat update, ? And then like an hour later in our group chat, he just piped back to us what somebody did, cool, weird, whatever, just like one word, and that was it. So he said that after I pinged him. And then 11 o'clock at night, he pings me back and says, hey, Dor, just wanted to let you know, everything's doing okay with the cat, picked it up, blah, 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 blah. And I ripped him one. I said, dude, you let me sit idle for 12 hours thinking something really bad happened to your cat. I asked you and you didn't want to talk about it, so you didn't respond to me. So I felt like I felt like a jerk, and B, I felt like something really bad might happen to your cat and you just didn't want to talk about it and all kinds of stuff. So I literally ripped him a whole new one because he had me all stressed out on behalf of him.
Yeah. No, that's the thing with Voxer though. Sometimes when I get a message just from you and it's not in like one of the big group chats that we are part of, I don't really somehow I don't see them. It doesn't, and it's not just you, it's anybody who just on a whim voxes me. It just doesn't, I don't know.
I'll say everyone's connection is different. Sometimes, Eric, you go 6 hours and then I hear a reply to something and it puts it in the timeline correctly like 4 hours ago.
Oh, after all those other things were said, I'm just inserted way back then.
Yeah, but that only happens like once a month or so. It does happen with SteveC every now and then too. It might happen with me with other people. So, but he didn't use that excuse. He just used the excuse, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can see that he didn't. I mean, sometimes I don't. Now, do you do any Voxer maintenance, like clearing cache anymore or anything like that? Because I do zero. I don't do anything to it. I just use it as it comes.
I don't clear cache or anything unless I know there is some kind of problem. Then I literally clear cache, clear data, relog back in, or uninstall, reinstall.
And that's a nice, remember the days with Voxer? Oh, yeah. It was high maintenance for a while.
Very, and it's definitely calmed down. Okay, we're gonna talk about at least a couple apps here, considering we've already went about 10 minutes.
Okay, hey, can I give an app just for you?
Oh, you can, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared.
Well, it's for not just for you. It's for a lot of people, you and other people in your expertise level of this kind of stuff, where these are my dreams of the things I want to do. I just have not gotten to do them yet.
Okay.
This is the official Kodi app for Android. I don't know if you do this kind of thing. You have a home server with your videos and pictures and stuff on it like that, Dor?
I still do, but I also still use Plex. Plex is really my main one that I use. And it's only because of habit and the kids already understand the interface, I'll say.
See, I've never done it. I've never set up a Plex. I've never set up a Kodi or a XBMC. Basically, what Kodi is, it's KODI, and I think this is the name change of XBMC. Is that right?
Yes.
And what it does is it gives you a place to you can rip your DVDs that you own to it and your pictures, and you'll have on any connected device in your home, you will have access to all of your stuff. Is that a good explanation of it?
Yeah, they used to be, I believe, mainly a streaming service. You could like capture, not capture. You could connect to streams, and using Kodi, you could see them. Now they're much more of a quote unquote full featured home theater experience. I'll say that. It's where it does pictures, it does music, it does local stored movies on the network, and you can do a bunch of streaming stuff. Now, here's my question. In the store, in the Play Store, I also put the link down there to Core official remote for Kodi. And this supposedly is, I brought this maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
Is this the same app that you linked to? Because you linked to
No.
Kodi.tv/download.
This Kodi app that I have installed has no Google Play or Amazon Store links as of right now. The only place I could find it was on this the Kodi.tv website.
Oh, okay. So what I linked to was merely the remote for Kodi. What you're linking to is an actual like instance of Kodi.
Yes, on your Android device.
Oh. That could be really interesting, dude. Yeah, and that is this isn't going to be in the notes because the notes is designed for apps from the Play Store. So if you just go to Kodi, KODI.tv/download, they have direct links to the Windows installer, Linux guide, Mac OS X, 64-bit, 32-bit, Android, ARM or x86, Kodi Ubuntu 64-bit, iOS devices, Raspberry Pi SD card install, or other devices like BSD and Freescale. Right there, click, bang, you go. If you click on the Android ones, it literally links directly to an APK. Can't get any easier than that.
And it loaded fine on my Note 4, though I haven't used it yet.
Gotcha. That is really cool. See, even if I would have saw this, Eric, I would have just thought, well, this is the remote for Kodi, right? Right. No, this is cool. Very good find. Yeah. Here's the reason why I really like this, Eric. This then gives me the opportunity to install it, play with it, before converting my computer to being an XBMC media center.
Yeah, would you use an older or a different Android device, hook it up on there, and then when you're on your Wi-Fi in your house, then with your Android device, then you could log into it from the computer? Or
no,
I don't know what it is.
I could then just use it on my Android device, or maybe even install it to my game stick.
Oh, ooh.
Just a thought.
Well, when you're working on that, tune me in because I'll be right there with you with my game stick in hand to because I did buy that thing door that we were talking about the other day, the HDMI to VGA converter.
Like what?
So,
$8?
Yeah, and it works great. It'll be good for my conference I got to do next week, and it will also be good for running the game stick on an old unused monitor out on my screen porch to be the entertainment center out there.
As long as kids don't come in and rob it, yeah. Very cool. Okay, let's bring one more app piece here real quick. Okay, this one I'm kind of bringing for you, Eric, because you were the one that really got me first interested in cardboard, okay? I didn't even know this one existed, or maybe they might have changed names. I'm not sure. This is called Cardboard Design Lab. I don't think this is the cardboard app that I installed where you could do YouTube and you could do the red hat floating around the forest kind of thing. This to me looked completely different. I installed it on my Moto X, and I had it all ready to roll. I went upstairs to see if I could find the kids' cardboard, and it wouldn't fit in because they destroyed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And when I confronted them, they of course said it wasn't us. It was our nephew or their cousins did it. Yeah, and my youngest looked at my oldest and he said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was the cousins that did it."
Yeah.
Little liars.
Yeah, those I've never seen this this one before. I've got actually a cardboard app that I'm going to bring, but I got to use it on cardboard first. So which means is I can't. I don't know. Maybe I've got it installed on my Note, but it doesn't really work too well in my cardboard because I don't have the large size cardboard. So I might have to install it on my other Android phone first to try it out.
Gotcha. It's one of those things. It looks good. I got to tell you, if you've ever played with cardboard, play with it a little bit more because I guarantee you, this is going to have something new in it. And fun. Because I tried to look at it and do it just holding it in front of my hand. It ain't the same.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No.
Yeah. I can't wait for a Samsung Gear VR to come down in price on eBay sometime cheap, or I see one at a flea market or something and pick that up.
Why?
Because that's made is specifically made for this phone and the size and everything, and it's actually comfortable to wear and all that.
Do you understand the price of that right now, at least?
Right now, no, I'm saying at a rummage sale or
no. First off, do you understand how much it costs right now?
It's like $160.
Yeah. How much does it have to come down in price? Because you can get cardboard for $20. And it does have a Velcro strap you can put around your head that isn't discomforting.
Not the one I've got. The one I've got doesn't have anything that straps around your head.
Yeah, so you got to have a strap around your head.
Yeah, mine doesn't even have the magnet on the side.
Oh, well.
Mine's mine was like 20 cents.
Okay, well, that's okay. Okay, now bring us another app, Eric.
Okay. Well, you're so demanding, Dor.
Well, because you took my thunder in the beginning. That's what you get, brah.
All right, I'm going to bring this one. I don't know what you think about this.
Neither do I, because you haven't said it yet.
This one's called GSAM Battery Monitor.
GSAM.
I'm bringing this one for Steve Cherubino, even though he's a lurker. He was talking about my favorite Minima wallpaper, maybe possibly draining his battery, and I think this was an email that came in about his situation with that. And GSAM battery monitor, it kind of tells you where your battery usage is coming from. Basically, it shows your screen, your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, GPS, all those things that are using your battery, and then at the bottom it has app usage. It's got a percentage next to it for all these things.
Okay.
Then you tap on app usage, and then it will break down all of the apps that are running on your phone and how much battery they're using. And Minima really wasn't even up towards the top. I mean, I guess it was, but like it was very little as far as a percentage goes using your battery.
Okay. Well, I'll say if he just needs app, that should be built into the OS.
What, for battery usage?
Yeah, you go into battery usage, and you should be able to. Let me turn down my brightness on my phone, which actually is turned all the way down, and you should be able to get an apps listing of your battery usage. Just go home, settings, battery. At least on mine. Now
I'll join in now.
Okay.
Since you brought me into it. Yeah, I didn't know if Minima was causing it. I wrongfully accused them. I admit it. Nice to join you guys.
Hey,
but carry on, Dora. You lead, and I'll just chime in.
Well, I will say that looking at their listing of app and battery usage, I do see Android system in there. Because what I was thinking was, in my list, I see Android system, and maybe that would be a combination of what they call phone radio, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth kind of thing. But no, they don't have that. So what yours has over the default one is you can see your phone, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth.
Separately.
Yeah.
And it also, I noticed it had kernel Android system, and it really broke that down too.
Gotcha.
Oh
yeah, good eye.
And it considers those apps even. So
right.
I got Android system, Android kernel, Google Play Store, Google Play Services, and then Minima Pro.
Gotcha. That's really good to know.
And then system underneath that, and then system lollipop system UI under that. There's quite a few just to keep it moving and running.
I think it's just his phone. You know, it's already falling apart and getting old.
You talking about mine?
Time for an upgrade.
I can't wait to get a new phone. This phone is not doing it for me.
What do you got? What are you running right now?
The G4.
Not G4.
The
No, I had G3.
G3. Whatever. I was harassing him about it either way.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Is it,
I would
is
like
it the button on the back that's got you down?
I don't like that, and I don't like that. A couple things. I don't know. It just for some reason I'm not feeling it. The Nexus 5 I was feeling it.
Well,
But
hey.
the G4 has those leather backgrounds. I'm really into that. Or back, yeah, you don't have to like basically buy a case. It comes with leather on it. I'm into that. I might get an LG G4.
Right. Well, hey, Steve. All you have to do is go to android.com/phones/which phone, and you can go through a wizard where you tell it your usage, and it will tell you what phone, and pick your carrier, and it will tell you what phone you should get.
If it's the phone I should get.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's the official android.com page.
Does that G3 do a rocking thing? Because I know it's got that curved back. Does it, if you rock it to the left, does it like scroll left and rock it to the right?
Oh,
Does it do stuff when you rock it?
You mean just like hold it and turn it?
Yeah, like it's laying on the desk because the back's like rounded.
Oh no, it's
You
not.
tap one. Cause I was sitting across the table from somebody in a meeting and they had a G3, and I saw that it was just floating on that middle part while both of the sides were curved up. I'm like, oh, that'd be nice little UI if you could just roll it over to one side or the other, kind of like Wear does with when you're scrolling, you just flick your wrist now and it keeps scrolling.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, Android Wear is coming along, man. They've got a lot of great updates.
So if you have Tourette's or you have cerebral palsy with just nonstop scrolling, yeah, great idea.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can get right through it real fast.
Okay, super quick. Android.com/phones/which phone. Get started. I like this interface. It basically lets you pick what do you want to use your phone for. Taking photos, listening to music, being a pro, being productive, social media, gaming, watching video, being on the go, staying fit, texting and instant messaging, talking, web browsing, or expressing my style.
Let's see. I'm gonna click expressing my style.
Okay, and then you get follow-up questions. Like, how important to you is the look of your phone? Anything is fine, minor, but I care. I like options. My phone is an extension of my style.
That one.
Okay, then you click next. Then it says, how would you like to customize your phone? Not sure. Wallpaper and home screen set up my way. Picking my favorite color. Stylish phone back or curved or flex screen.
Ooh, stylish phone back, right, Steve?
Stylish phone back, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And now you have to pick two more of these things. Back to that first category picking of taking photo, listening to music, being productive. Now you pick two more of those, and you go through, and when it's done, you pick your carrier, and then it gives you your like top 3 options for phones.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I will say this is the kind of thing they needed 5 years ago or 4 years ago, not now. I mean,
Right.
yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. It's cool to have now, but 5 years ago was when this was needed because everyone was complaining about, there's too many out there. You don't have there's too much choice. I don't know. Just get an iPhone. I just go and buy it.
Yeah, here's my test. The test was, is U.S. Cellular at the end of this tunnel of...
Of course not.
Of course not. So I still don't know what phone I want. All I know is I've really realized I need style.
Well, I'm happy I helped you realize that, Eric.
Thank you. It's all...
Honestly, the things I want aren't in the list here. Like, I want speed. There's nothing in here for, like, just fast. That's basically what I want, just a super fast phone.
Or like, long ability to play podcast.
Speed, yeah, and speed of voices on podcasts. Does it have a processor that can handle synthesizing sounds quickly? Okay, well, when they update that to 2.0 and put US Cellular and iWireless and Alcatel and all the other little guys.
Mhm.
I'm probably ready to find me a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
Cricket.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of that site, and that's what I'm going to tell people now when they ask me what phone should I get. I don't know. Go here. Blame the site when you don't like your phone, not me.
Yeah, you might want to make a like a Bitly for it, or a smaller. Say,
No,
I'll just go
no.
to door-to-door phone picker.
No, that's the first test. The first test is can they get there without me using any extraordinary amounts of help, and if they can, then I'll offer them more help. Yeah. Okay, Eric. I definitely thank you for coming out and for interrupting me and hosting this show. But if you haven't noticed, I've slowly taken back control.
Yes, as they will.
As well. Do you have any last messages that you want to say to the listeners?
Thanks for listening. The next show on Wednesday will have a full group of people. Promise.
Very cool. And I'll thank everyone for downloading. Thank everyone for coming out and for supporting the network. We'll see you guys next time.
Cool. Thank you guys for doing that.
No problem.
You're welcome.
It was actually 6 minutes into the recording when we started because Eric's phone rang. I think it was somebody who was giving him a, what's it called, a dirty call.
A dirty Chavez?
I don't think they're called dirty Chavez's. Someone gave given like a prank phone call, but he appeared to like it, so he kept talking to him.
Really?
It was a guy who wanted to know what happened at a meeting this afternoon.
Huh.
And then
And
as soon as I
then-
had picked up, he's like, "Are you? Oh, this is your podcast night." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. I'm live right now, and we're recording, so it's all good."
Still, that's props to Eric for having his coworkers know tonight's podcasting night.
That's right.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, no, this isn't actually a coworker, but it's a group that I'm in, and they're always trying to change their date to a Thursday, and I keep telling them that you can change it to Thursday. It's fine. I'll just never be there.
I'm sorry. This first time I actually got to sit down after I brought my cat back from home, and or back from the treatment center, and she's still hyper. She's still acting hyper.
Hey,
So
we
I
need to
was-
save this for the show because at the beginning of the last show we talked about your cat.
All right. I don't know if people want to hear this, but I'm concerned because this treatment was supposed to handle it. Now, I don't know how long after the treatment she should be not hyper, but I thought it was immediately. And she's still friggin' hyper.
So the treatment was supposed to make her not hyper?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how long has she been home?
A day. Since this morning.
How long has she been
Well,
hyper?
she was gone for more than a day, right?
They treated her on Tuesday.
Yeah, so she might just be, crazy happy to be home. I'm home.
No.
I'm home.
Okay, so she went in to the doctor not hyper. She came out hyper,
Hmm.
and you took her
Yeah,
back to get.
No, I treated her because she was hyper. That
Oh,
was
okay.
the problem.
Oh.
A hyperthyroid makes you hyper.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. I remember the thyroid, but I didn't remember that was the symptom of the. Okay, all right.
It speeds up your metabolism, so you're on cocaine all the time. And so they basically go in there and they nuke it with radiation. And I would imagine if my thyroid got nuked, I wouldn't be hyper when I got home. But imagine that. Now it basically supposedly only nukes the bad cells, but if it's the wrong dose, then I don't think it'll nuke enough.
Well, if it's the wrong dose, one of two things. Either just not enough. If it's too much, my guess is your cat would be exhausted, tired,
Yeah,
feeling like crap.
that's hypothyroidism. Anyway, maybe she is just glad to be home.
So you thinking about taking her back to check that out then? Or?
I'm gonna call. Now they have a 98% success rate. If this is the 2%, then this cat is testing me for everything I have. Every bit of sanity I have, this cat is testing me.
Permission to play devil's advocate?
Yeah.
Maybe, just hypothetically, Steve, maybe you're just right now hypersensitive. And you're noticing maybe stuff. Easily.
No, I know her routine. I know her when she's not hyper, and I know when she is hyper. She jumped up on the spot. She jumps up when she's hyper, and she did a couple other things that hyper cats do.
Just go for a cruise in the car. So come back later.
Well,
Oh, man.
as long as she didn't go next door and steal some wood out of the neighbor's garage, I guess we're okay.
She doing that yet?
Somebody did that to you, Eric?
Yeah, some hyper kids.
Wow.
I think their dad's hand got hyper on their butts though. Hopefully.
Eric threatened them with a piece of wood.
Well, I just picked up the evidence and walked over to the house and started pounding on the door.
What do you say?
It's like I'm gonna beat the I can't say on YouTube out of them. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'll be right back. Just for a second.
Okay.
Oh. Glad to see you, Steve.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to be here.
I don't know about you, man. Today was easily the hottest day of the year so far.
Really?
Yeah, it was so hot when I got to work. I said I'm not coming back out till it's time to go.
How hot was it?
88
Oh, it's not that hot.
for this time of year. It is.
Oh.
I mean,
I
it's
get it.
barely June. We typically don't get our heat until like first week of July, second week of July.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Huh. Interesting.
Sometimes the silicone studio makes me stuffy.
Yeah, but I did have to come out today because
He's gone.
He just came out of the closet and then it fell out, or what? What was that?
I don't know. He's been breaking up or falling off a lot lately, hasn't he?
Yes. What would you attribute that to? Operating system, cable, internet connection. He's on fiber. Can't be the internet, right?
Dude, we're on Windows.
We're-
We don't have this problem.
Right. I just installed Ubuntu on a laptop today. Maybe I should start podcasting with that and see how it goes. See if I drop off ever. What's going on, Dor?
sorry. It said I got disconnected because of authentication issues. What a pile of crap. Hangout sucks. What kind of excuse is that?
You're
What do
assigning
you-
blame to the wrong item.
No, I'm not. Because everybody I know, except for you two, have issues. And other people on Windows I know have issues.
What's
No,
that
everybody
other
knows.
podcast you're on? Does that have issues?
People I don't
Are you
podcast
authenticated okay, Steve? How's your authentication looking there?
Never had a problem here.
This is real. It's authentic.
Maybe I'm getting hacked. You ever thought of that there, Mr. Smarty Pants?
Probably not.
You should
Could
get a
happen.
more secure operating system.
Did you guys watch Mr. Robot?
I haven't yet.
Need to
No.
watch it.
Can you send me the BitTorrent
No.
file? Well,
No, you just go on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's on Amazon for free. It's on Vimeo. It's everywhere.
Oh, is it the whole movie?
No, it's a USA series. They put the pilot out for free for everyone to watch with no commercials.
I know. I saw you send that to me. I thought it was a trailer for some new movie.
No, it's a TV show.
Okay. Check
I'll
it
say interesting TV show.
So they hack people on Linux on that show or what?
No, but they do mention GNOME in the first episode.
Hmm. Props.
GNOME and KDE, which I know is just a cheap, low shot to tickle a certain audience, if you will.
Tickle.
Most of the world is like, what?
Exactly.
Garden gnome?
He just said something geeky.
You see this cat?
I think I heard that on Big Bang Theory.
I'm technically supposed to wash my hands with dial soap every time I touch her. And she just put her tail up against the mic. She's literally radioactive. Like, this mic has radiation on it now.
Whoa!
I-
You can't see it; it doesn't exist. Don't worry about that.
Well, no, the way the way radiation works, it's first ring problems. She is when she touches stuff. Doesn't matter. That ain't radioactive.
I know. I'm supposed to stay it's only spend 10 minutes with her a day for till Tuesday.
Wow.
I know, man. It's
Well,
crazy.
you know, if she has to go
Nah.
back and retreat, go on eBay and buy a cheap Richter scale just to make sure they did it.
No, you mean a Geiger counter?
Geiger counter.
Richter scale for earthquakes.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Geiger counter. That's
I was
what-
thinking about getting. I was wondering if I could buy one. I seriously do want to just test her.
You
Yeah.
honestly, you can't go on eBay and buy them. I can already tell you because They are radioactive. That's the gimmick.
Takes one to know one, huh?
Yeah, exactly. They're I believe a controlled item.
I'm searching for you right now.
And I accidentally watched all of Silicon Valley too.
You're all caught up?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Was that the show that they had Kid Rock on the first episode
Yes.
playing a party? That was hilarious.
Like Judge. Well, they had a guy on there, I can't remember his name, guy who sold, and then he now owns basketball teams.
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban, basically a Mark Cuban-esque guy going around for two whole episodes saying, "Excuse me, what have you done? I put radio on the internet. Did you put radio on the internet? No."
So
Broadcast.com.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Broadcast.com.
you can get the GMC 320 Plus Geiger counter, nuclear radiation detector meter, beta gamma ray X-ray for $108.
Oh.
108 bucks. Not a
They
bad
sold
deal.
370 of them, 369 of them.
Okay, then I'm wrong.
What do the reviews say? Tested
Well,
my cat with this.
This
Worked
is eBay.
great.
This is eBay. I can look on Amazon.
Worked a treat.
Exactly.
All right, you want to do a show?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got some emails. Might as well do an email show.
Cool.
All right. I'm supposed to say 3 meters away from this cat, and she's like laying right in my chest. Let's bring it. Bring the
They
radiation.
told you meters even?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's how you know they're full of crap.
Yep.
That's how
This is
you
the
know.
United
I
States of
don't trust
America.
anybody who uses metric.
Exactly. They're freaking terrorists.
So Amazon has the exact same model for $99.
Ooh.
Prime.
Phone
Oh wait,
Prime, all right.
no, it's the 300E, not the 320. But
All right.
they got a couple of them.
I'm going to test it. All right, here we go. Welcome to Android App Addicts, episode number 369. This is the show where we talk about Android applications. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Sorry I missed last show, but the boys held down the fort pretty damn good. So thank you guys for doing that. Let me introduce the co-hosts, and we'll get into it, starting with the Door-to-Door Geek, Steve McLaughlin from podnuts.com. What's up, Door?
Cheers, Steve. I'm happy you were able to make it out this week.
Thanks, dude.
Even
Happy
though
to
you
be
were in
here.
like, the tornado, hurricane, alligator attack, insect capital of the world, right? That's the thing, right?
Yep, and I've experienced
And that's why you were late,
Wait,
right?
I mean none of those things. Since
No, that's why you were late tonight, because you were trying to get around a tornado when you ran into a hurricane. And then it was a swarm of locusts that just got into your air supply and messed you all up. And then an alligator ripped off your front bumper, and you finally made it here.
It's true. I saw a video of an alligator doing them.
I know, that was crazy.
And we don't have locusts, but we have these love bugs that come in swarms, and they're pretty insane.
Like Herbies?
No, not like Herbie. I wish they were like Herbie. They're two bugs connected pretty much at the ass, and
Nice.
they're able to fly.
They fly in this different directions. So they coordinate with each other.
They coordinate because they fly around, and and they're such a nuisance because your car hits them, and they splatter like acidy guts all over your car, and they're just a nuisance. And they only happen twice a year for a month. So I can.
I never see you sunburned. Is that not a problem? Is that an easy thing to avoid?
Yeah, you just get fat, and then you don't really want to go outside and show off your body, so you don't get sunburned.
Now, see, I sent you a gift the other day, and I pictured this being Steve opening his door saying, "Man, look at it. It is gorgeous outside."
Yeah.
And then the guy closes the door, lays down on the couch, and eats Cheetos.
Yeah. Doritos. That was pretty funny. I love that it was an animated GIF because it just made it better.
I like animated GIFs with subtitles.
Yeah. All right. Well, I introduced Dor. Let me also introduce Eric Ordini from DiniMedia.com. What's up, Eric?
Not much, Steve. I'm just glad to be here on a fine Wednesday night. And, just ready to talk about some apps. Actually, I think email and voicemail show, huh?
Yeah, let's start. Let's see how much we get through. And every time Eric says what they were showing, I'm like, no, it's Thursday, man. And it gets me every time. He tries to be like true to when the show is released, and it just confuses me.
Yeah, sometimes I surprise myself when I throw in the correct days away from a holiday or something relevant. I'm just really guessing, but sometimes it's right.
Yeah, you usually are. It's Dora who messes up the holidays. Anyway, let's get into some emails you guys wrote. David writes, "Oh, this is the week we're supposed to do the giveaway. I'll have to edit this in later, guys. Let me put a marker here. I'm not going to do this right now. David Snyder with the mounts.
Right.
Yes.
I'm not ready to do a giveaway on it, and I'm not prepared. I'll edit something in.
Beetlejuice.
Let me think. Yeah, I'm not ready. All right. Thank you, David. Next email is from Casey. He writes, longtime listener. My name is Casey, and I came across an awesome app named Tape Deck. It's in beta. You can sign up here at tapedeck.io. It's actually, no, I'm sorry. It's not Tape Deck. It's TapDeck. TAPDECK.io. Getting access doesn't take long at all, but I still have 3 invites to anyone who wants some. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But realistically, it took me 15 minutes to receive the email as a confirmed beta tester. But you could find the app easily in Google Play. There will be a sign-in. What does it do? Double
Is it
tap.
wallpaper?
Huh?
Is it wallpaper?
He
Tap
said
Deck wallpaper discovery. Is that something?
double? I don't know. He's got one more paragraph here.
Yeah.
Double tap in the dead space to show another random background. It feels.
Yeah.
Oh, his subject line is awesome wallpaper app. Yeah.
Okay.
It feels like a launcher. It kind of feels like a launcher when you swipe up in the dead space to see the details of the image and favorite it if you want to recall that awesome background image. I have a fix for launchers. It feels oh so right. Dor, you better agree. You invited me to the Launcher Junkie Club back in episode 155 when I brought home to Shortcut. Sent using Cloud Magic. That's for Casey.
Seems
Very
like
cool.
I looked at this, but maybe they changed their logo. Well, maybe not. Maybe I never did see it.
I'm not sure. But he
Yeah.
writes again and says, hey, it's Casey again. I forgot to mention how much I still love your podcast. Much respect.
Cool.
Thank you, Casey. Yeah, I don't believe I saw this app. And I'll say I'm not a wallpaper fanatic. I'll say I do like wallpaper apps in general for exploration kind of thing, discovery. This one does look really good. Here's my excuse for not being a wallpaper app guy. I have a phone with the default wallpaper says never settle. It's really hard to change that because I feel like I'm, going against their policy of never settling. But I will say I find it hysterical. Verizon used the tagline never settle, and then I believe I saw T-Mobile saying Verizon says you should never settle, and we agree. So don't stay with Verizon.
That's awesome. They're so cutthroat.
That's like the Patriot Act being patriotic.
Yeah.
For you to say Verizon to say never settle.
But this is really, really good looking. This is definitely one of those ultra polished apps.
Guys, I actually have to stop 1 second. I'll be right back and continue. My bad. And then we'll be on track.
Yeah, it looks like it's got some great backgrounds. I'm still stuck on Minima. This has got a lot of good photographs, and then basically the photo information comes up when you want it to. And you're going to see what that photo is all about, who took it, where it was taken,
Yeah.
how to find that place in real life.
Right. I will say Minima, to me, is the ultimate one that if you look at it and one of the wallpapers matches your style, then you're home kind of thing. No need to look anyplace else.
I'm still letting it change all the time, and they just did an update recently, and now instead of just flat colors, now they've got textures if you'd like in there too.
Okay, sorry about that. There's no more interruptions. All right. So are we done talking about that, or?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a really good app and a really good find. Thank you, Casey.
Yeah, thanks, Casey. And we got a voicemail here, and I think we could play it. So, here we go. Playing a voicemail. Not sure who it's from. It's about to play in a second after it downloads.
And then loads. And then
then
buffers.
And buffered. Yeah.
And then begins to play. But there's a silence in the beginning when it
Trans
plays.
codes. And volume gets turned up.
I need to be fired. Can't do anything right. I hit play and it says downloading, but there's no little arrow. Oh, it must be my download folder. But let me see if I have a file explorer. File manager. Damn it, I hate when they try to categorize my crap. Just show me the directory. All right. Voicemail 3, here we go.
Hey, well, this is Mr. Gadget. Yes, it is me, Bruce. And I just had a comment and more of a story for Door. So I was listening to Addicts, and you had a new app that was going to help you find restaurants because
Is that buffering?
Hey, so I was listening to Addicts, and you had a new app that was going to help you find restaurants because nobody will tell you what restaurant they want to eat at. Well, you know, years before we had even internet, let alone cell phones and apps that we could run for said purpose, that doesn't mean that we still didn't have that need. And years ago, I used to go out on a regular basis with several people from client sites that I was working at. This is way back in the, you know, ancient days when we rode around on dinosaurs to program our computers. And we would set up to lunch, and nobody knew where we wanted to go. And as you said, Dory, you get tired of making the choice and proposing choices, and then everybody says, no, 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 no. And thusly, I invented the binary tree lunch selection process. And this is so long ago that that's not even an acronym. Okay? Anyway, so you get to the first corner, and you name all the restaurants if you turn left, and all the restaurants if you turn right. And then everybody says, turn left or turn right. So, for instance, at one client site, we would go down to the first corner, and I would say, barbecue, everything else. And they would decide, did they want barbecue or did they want everything else? And then we would get to the next corner, and I would say, fried chicken, steak, really good burgers and fries, everything else. By the third corner, somebody will come up with what they want for lunch, and everybody else will agree. You don't want to reward bad behavior. You want to force them to make a decision. And how do you do that? A decision tree. How geeky is that? Anyway, enjoy the show. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.
That's very geeky.
That's a good suggestion.
But effective, right, right.
It wouldn't be effective with my family. They would say, I don't know. What do you want to do? Do you want to go left or right? I will say that almost reminds me of what I saw my coworkers do. What my coworkers do is each person took an old CD, perfect use case, reuse, recycle kind of thing. They took an old CD, flipped it on its backside, and they divvied up it into like a pie chart. And the more they liked the place, the bigger it was. So like one guy's disc had 5 guys like really big and had other places on it. Another guy's had Subway really big on it, a bunch of other stuff. And the first one of their group who says let's go to lunch would basically on the way out of their office hang the CD on a nail they put through a wall and spin it, and there was a little arrow on the wall, and wherever the disc would stop, that's where they would go to lunch.
That's a great idea too.
It worked. It worked because they never argued. They never said,
That's a great freaking idea.
Because the person who was the hungriest was the person that said, let's go. And obviously, if they're the hungriest, well, we might as well go where he wants to go.
That's a great idea. I love it, man. There's so many good ideas. We should have a podcast all about this.
All about lunch ideas.
All about lunch. All right.
Thank you very much for the voicemail, Mr. Gadget. It's always good to hear from you. I do have a voicemail that I'm supposed to play on lunch for the rest of us, but I've forgotten to play for, I believe, the last 2 shows because I keep forgetting to play it.
It happens.
I know.
Shane writes, "What up, Android app addicts? Partiers is a game just released on the Android platform. Fun, entertaining, and great graphics. Enjoy. It's Partyrs. Partiers. Partiers?
Partiers?
Oh yeah, Eric.
Say that
Good
again.
call.
P-A-R-T.
YRS. Partiers without the E. Yeah, and you can tell from looking at it that they are partying.
Party hard.
Nice one.
Party on, Wayne.
Cool. He doesn't say much about it. He just says check it out.
Okay, yeah, this I did see. This is a app where basically it's like you go to a party and then it's your job to match up things so that it's a better party. So there'll be a guy who will want music. So you either have to bring him close to the music, bring the music close to him, something to that effect, and then he'll be happy. Then there'll be like somebody else in the party that really wants bacon, and you gotta bring bacon close to them so they're happy.
It's just like a real party then.
Something like that, yeah.
Go around,
None of the characters have feet. They have
go around making
stops.
people. Oh yeah, that's not like a real party.
Well,
Well, some parties.
Maybe they live in a country where they believe that if they have a 10% chance of getting foot cancer, it's better they cut their foot off rather than take the risk of accidentally developing some kind of foot cancer.
Probably. And I don't think it's cool that you're responsible for making sure they have a good time. Like they need to chip in as well.
Do you remember when you were younger and you had parties, when you first started having parties? It was kind of like that, though. You always had to go around making sure everybody had a good time. Now, as we get older, we really don't care. We put up enough to have the party. If they can't be happy and enjoy it, that's on them.
It's on them. I agree with you there.
But I think everybody goes through the stage where they try to be like the big housekeeper party, keep the party going and make sure everybody's got enough to drink and eat, and makes the house really clean and looks nice for everybody. And as we get older, we don't care so much what other people think.
You know what the picture I get when you talk about that? Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, yes, me too. Thank you. I didn't want to say it because you were going to rag on me. Yes, because you were going to rag on me. Yeah. Hello. Hey, everybody. This is Sam from the third floor. Sam is into potato rationing, and his wife is a legal assistant down at Box and Box. Say hi to them, everybody. Or whatever he said. I can't remember. All I know is that's the only thing that came to mind about organizing parties and worrying and stressing. Okay, who brought the dog?
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. It's so funny. We both got that picture.
Well, he is funny. I don't care what you say. He is a funny guy.
He is funny. That's so funny. I was thinking about him the other day in that movie. I don't know why.
I always think about him in My Blue Heaven. Him and Steve Martin.
Yeah, that might have been it. I think it was actually the part where in My Blue Heaven when he was laying on the bed with his brand new suit.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve Martin comes by and he starts like smashing up this jacket. He's like, "What are you doing?" "I'm doing what you're doing to your pants."
Yeah.
But he does. All right. Well, thank you, Shane, for taking us down that lane. Dan writes, "Dear Eric, Dor, and Steve C. The reason Dan always responds to our tangents. He always corrects us or gives us the answers that we got off on a tangent to find. He says, the reason British pronounce aluminum the way they do is because they spell it aluminium. Americans, of course, leave out the second I. Oh, by the way, as to Walmart and their employees, I frequently ask the employees at the store we shop at about their benefits and if they're happy because I hear so much negative press about the chain. So far, most of the responses I get are positive or neutral. I can't ever remember getting a negative response, in fact. Also, I've gotten some pretty good deals there, like an HP laptop with a 14-inch multi-touch 10-point screen, 4 gigs of RAM, and 500 gig hard drive for $290.
Great deal.
What kind of processors does it have there, champion?
Well, that's about what I paid for a Chromebook with 2 gigs of RAM and no touchscreen. So, it was a little cheaper than that.
He says, Sure, there's always something you could find in any store to complain about, and lots of things depend on the attitude of the general manager / manager of the place, but I think it's far too easy to be influenced by what we hear from the media, or quote, media. As we all know, Walmart is not well liked by the media and their labor unions. In case you didn't know, Walmart employees are not unionized, thank God. Anyway, that's my 2 shillings worth. Thanks, Dan.
We didn't bring this last week.
No, you read it. So they spell it differently than we do.
Yes.
Who
Yeah,
invented it? Then why couldn't they spell it differently too?
But here's the thing. He says, of course, like I knew that. I didn't know that. Number 2, I'll say, maybe, just maybe, devil's advocate, the Walmart employees are saying that because you're asking them in Walmart and they believe they're being watched or tested. Ask them when they're not there. That's just, just to get a full balance, like a true scientific method test. 3.
Well, hang on. Let me stop you at 2. I do believe that they're happy.
Well, I do believe every company, regardless of positivity or negativity, has employees that hate them. Doesn't matter if they're a good employer or a good company or bad company.
And
employees
those
are biased.
And those people are usually the worst employees too.
Yes.
Now, I being a person who worked at Walmart twice, I would say I thoroughly enjoyed working there, yet it didn't pay enough to live off of. And I think this email is responding to me. I was giving some great success stories at Walmart, right? Is that what I was? I got the good deal on the Kingsford charcoal, and then there was something else that I thought was some stuff back in the clearance aisle, some paint and various hardware.
That's true, but then Door went off on it, saying it is the reason for the downfall of society or something.
As of about 3 days ago, my whole attitude just swang the other way. Is that a word?
Swang.
Yes. Don't question. I'll stop saying it.
Swang flink. There. I went to all I needed was stamps. How bad is that? But yeah, and it's not by choice. I really don't use stamps ever.
Go get a fax machine while you're at it.
And I don't use stamps, but I work for. Well, I'm part of this organization. Actually, the organization that called last show. Anyway, I needed to buy stamps because I had to mail out minutes and agendas for this meeting, and so I went to the service desk real quick. I just needed to buy a book. I had to buy something else and a book of stamps. So I put it up there, and stamps is like $9 or whatever. So I give her the money. And then she gives me the bag back. I go, the stamps in the bag. She's like, oh, I don't know why they put the stamps in the till. I forgot to get them. Let me call management. And I'm like, and there's already like lines and lines there. I'm like, I'll tell you what. And I'm in a hurry. Of course, I'm on my way to work. So I'm like, I'll just buy something real quick. Oh, you don't have to do it. I'm like, yes, I'll just buy something real quick. And your till will be open. So I get a Starbucks Frappuccino out of the cooler real quick. Grab that and put it over there. She rings it up. $2.50 for this one little bottle of Frappuccino.
No, that's pretty cheap for that thing.
What? No way. Dude, that's
See,
out of the bottle?
that
It's got
wasn't
the sediment on the bottom. You got
that.
Eric,
It's
that wasn't the story I
Starbucks,
wanted.
dude. It's Starbucks.
Okay, no, that wasn't the story I wanted. I wanted you to get a Frappuccino and then for the person to again forget to give you the stamps.
Oh, you haven't got to that part yet.
Oh, no.
Yes. So I buy the Frappuccino, and she takes my money, puts it in there, and she shuts her till again. I'm like, what? Finally, I'm like, you know what? I tried. Actually, the manager must have known because she called him off. She's like, no, I don't need it now. I don't need you to come up here now. He was still on his way. He must have known that she was not going to do this correctly still. So after she messes that up, and now she's just really mad, getting all like, I don't know why she was mad. She just did this. So then he comes up and opens up. I'm like, I'll take my money back for that. Because I really didn't want to drink that sugary piece of crap, and especially I thought $2.50. You might say it's a good deal.
No, it's not a good deal. It's just I know that they cost that.
So I'm like, you know what? You wasted everybody's time, mine, yours. You're all pissed already, so I might as well make you more pissed. Okay. I don't want this thing. Okay. I tried to help you out. I'm not going to reward Walmart to have by buying that.
Did they give you the money back?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the stamps?
Hey, Eric.
She got the stamps.
Eric. Number one, you already rewarded them by giving them your money, okay? But But I digress. Okay,
There's no markup on stamps.
doesn't
So-
matter. Business is business. Foot traffic is foot traffic, and perception of business is good. The one thing I gotta say about his thing though, real quick, is they say because the media doesn't like them or whatever. Okay, I'll say this: the media is too stupid to like or not like anything, in my opinion. I think it's hip and it's good click-through bait type traffic to talk bad about Walmart that gets attention and gets people to react, kind of thing. That's why I think the media talks about them. Period. But, dude, I mean, there's three things in business. I told you about this, right? The three things in business you can get when you're a consumer or a reseller of goods. Okay, there's three things. You can only control two of them. The third one is never obtainable. One out of a billion businesses can pull off all three. That is price, that is speed or efficiency, and then it's quality. Okay. In Walmart, you actually only get one of those things. You get a low price because typically they're not really fast, and what you get is typically not the best quality. So we're actually giving up one of the other things that comes standard in other businesses. When you go to other places, it's either quick and cheap, but not the best quality, or it's good quality and it's not that expensive, but it takes a little bit of time, or there's always two of them that you typically get. Walmart is lowering all of our mental standards on shopping experiences. That's why I do not like Walmart.
I like your little formula there, Dor. That
Not
makes
my formula.
Well, wherever you stole it from.
It's been around for well over 100 years.
I can relate to that.
I think the correct word, and I'm probably completely wrong, is Venn diagram of the three things in business that you can either deliver to people, or when you go to a business, what you can expect. 2 out of the 3. That's it. To do all 3 is near impossible.
Okay. Cool, man. Sorry, Walmart.
Thanks for that email.
I'm not, because they're stinking rich. So I'm not worrying about how we feel about them.
I don't agree with getting mad at somebody because they're rich.
No, I mean
No, I get mad at someone who's stinking rich, but then purposely go out of their way to not pay their employees fair, equitable livings versus other like businesses pay their employees.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but then they take that would take the one thing that they had left out of your 3-pronged fork away, because then they'd have to raise their prices, and they couldn't even have the cheap part then.
Yeah. Good point, man. All right. That's it for this show. Thank you, guys.
Sorry, voicemails and emails. We took your time again.
Thank you guys for writing us. Mucho apreciado. If you want to send us more emails, send them to aaa@podnuts.com. And if you want to send us a voicemail, call 707-6-PODNUT.
You almost said it.
What?
You almost said mail@podnuts.com.
Yes, I did.
I could like feel it almost
did.
like coming out.
I did, but I caught myself. All right, cool. Thank you, guys. See you in a couple days. Later. All right.
I actually had another Walmart story from this morning.
Yeah, and I know 2 people that work at Walmart, Eric. They both will not stop telling me how horrible of an experience it was.
You know what, Dor? Let me tell you something. You have yet to. Any business that is successful, a big business.
No.
You don't like.
No. Wrong.
Like who? Who do you
Wrong.
like? That actually makes money and does well, and you don't think they're crooks.
I like Nike. I like Dell. I like Asus.
Okay.
There's 3 right there off the top of my head.
You like any retailers at all?
Stores to go in?
Yeah.
Target isn't horrible. They're digestible at least, because they're not filthy, dirty, and their aisles at least have a little bit of width to them. Toys R Us, give or take.
Toys R Us is shabby.
I like because I don't try to go into real retail stores. I'm trying to think of the other ones I've gone to.
I know you gave enough.
Here's-
All right,
here's
that's
the
good.
deal.
I'm convinced.
Yeah, okay, here's the quick story about Walmart that Eric, I'm right when I say this. You cannot say I'm a liar. The one story that the guy said happened every day for years when he was there was somebody would call up and ask if something was in stock. The person answering the phone, if they just got into their shift, doesn't matter what they asked for. Nope, sorry, don't have it. Nope, sorry, don't have it. Because that means they got to look for it, verify. But if the person calls and asks for something and they're getting ready to get off, it didn't matter if they asked for it. Yeah, sure, it's here. Come on in. Because they knew by the time the person would come in, they'd already be gone.
I can't vouch for that ever happening.
He said for 5 years in both stores he worked in, everybody who was around him did that, and he got to the point where he asked them, "Why are you doing that?" And they, "Well, I don't care because I'm leaving." And then if they called early, well, I'm not looking for him.
I worked at Walmart, I think, in a different era. Sam Walton was alive. All male associates were required to wear ties at all time.
Do you make commission?
No, but if you ever had a customer ask you where anything was, you couldn't tell them where it was. You had to walk them to it.
Right.
No matter how far on the other side of the store it was. That's the way it started, and everything was. Anytime something was made in USA, you had a huge sign that promoted it. Mm-hmm. And they actually actively used to, back in the day, go out and pursue American-made goods when they could.
Right. Oh, yeah. Back when he was alive. And I will say, I do think there was a more attention toward customer service then. Because now you walk into Walmart, I don't see too much customer service. Because I do have to go in there a couple times a month.
35 aisles, and 4 of them are open with 8 people deep.
And whenever you ask a question, you go, huh? Because I'm a firm believer when people do not get paid in commission, they don't have a vested interest to know or understand the product that they're selling. Yeah, sure, I know that's over here. Yeah, sure, I know that's over here kind of thing. But they don't actually get to know the item because they don't have a reason to.
That's another thing, too. Back in the day, we were purchasing stock that was splitting on a regular basis, so we had a little interest in a little.
That's why I like the grocery store I go to because it's literally employee owned. After 30 days that you're being hired, you get a percentage of the company.
What's the store?
Redner's.
I heard that one.
Redner's Warehouse Mart is what they're calling it. It's just a grocery store.
So today I went to Walmart and I needed envelopes for the same organization that I needed stamps for the other day. And I go to Walmart and they have 2 selections they only have 2 kinds of envelopes. One of them is 40 envelopes that you have to lick for $2, and then 100 envelopes that has a peel and stick for $5. Both of them I feel is very, very overpriced for envelopes because I know paper and I know how cheap it is, and there's no reason for it to be that expensive. So then, and then I also know the adhesive business because I used to make sticky paper for 3 years. I get these envelopes home and I get the peel and stick ones because I needed quite a few, so I figured I'd buy the box of 100 overpriced. I get paid back for it anyway, so it's fine. But I'd go to peel these off, and the peeling sticks and rips, and it doesn't even peel cleanly. I'm like, I'll tell you, there's no reason for that to even be on any store shelf.
Well, because
the way
old,
that product was.
Because it's old. It was starting to dry rot.
It was. I don't know. I think it was just. No quality control at all, and then they sold it at a premium price. I don't know.
That's super lame.
It is. AmpPad, bad on you, AmpPad. You should never release a product that works as bad as that. But we were such quality control at the sticky paper place I worked at. There was
Really?
Yeah, and this was above and beyond just horrible adhesive. Anyway.
Wow.
That was today's. See, that's the only thing that's open before I go to work is Walmart, so I don't have any choice. If I need stamps before I go to work.
Prime. Just Amazon Prime the day before, man.
They got no stamps. Nothing gets.
You sure?
No, I'm not. They may have stamps.
Because as you say that, I thought, yeah, they probably don't. But I thought, wait a minute.
It's Amazon. They got it. It might be from India. They probably have really cool. They probably got some really cool stamps. Actually, they probably got like.
U.S. Forever stamps, 4 flag, booklet of 20 stamps, $17. I don't know if that's.
That's cheaper than the post office.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Because it's 9 something for a book of 10. Oh wait, or is it 20? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Stamps are dumb. I don't even know.
It does.
You know what? Here they are. I actually still have them in my pocket. The last 4. Okay. A flag for all seasons. 20 stamps. Forever. Okay, it's 20 for $9, so that's not a good deal.
Dor, can you do me a favor?
Always.
Because you guys were rocking before I got here. Would you mind? Because I'm wiped. Would you mind terribly hosting the next show? And I'll just be a chimer if need be. I'll just hang out and just introduce me as as another host, but you lead.
Gotcha.
And,
Let me do this real quick.
Sorry about this week.
That's all right, man.
You're fine. I know you're busy, man. A lot going on this week, man.
Yeah, interesting day.
This was my easy week.
Okay.
I thought it was. I didn't have meetings every night after work, but the mayor and the city administrator were out of town until today, so it was kind of crazy. We had crazy stuff happening. Like a semi truck went through and tore out like 4 telephone poles and knocked our fiber box off its foundation. Just tore everything, and then took off, hit and run.
No.
Yeah.
Dude.
We found it. We got him though.
Good.
Steve, I think Mark is trolling you in the chat. He just typed, "Just walk in."
Don't walk away from this show, Steve.
Right. Don't walk away mad.
Just walk away.
Okay. This is 370. If I'm
Sure.
not mistaken.
Don't walk away.
Okay. You guys ready?
Yes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Android App Addicts episode 370. There has to be some ports that number.
That's
this
an
is
even number.
An even number. There you go. This is Door Geek, aka Steve McLaughlin, hosting temporarily. This week I am joined by Steve Cherbino from the producer.biz.
No, edmmr.com.
EDMMR.
I changed it back.
That's Jack Speeches. How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for hosting. Gives me just a moment to chill for a little while. I've had a long day, so I'm just gonna be like a guest.
Well, I'll say this: you haven't had a long day. From knowing you for as long as I have, you've had a long month.
Thanks, dude. You're right. You're right. I'm feeling it.
Well, either way, I'm always happy you can come out and at least BS. That's always good.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
No problem, no problem. We are also joined by Eric Dini, owner and proprietor of the best damn redirect on the internet, DiniMedia.com. How you doing?
Good, Dor. Hey, thanks for the plug, man. I can use the hits.
I do what I can. I hope that ad tracking multiple page thing is starting to come to fruition.
It's coming. It's taken a while, a little longer than I expected. You know, when you make a list of items and you want to set it up for 7 different pages, that means it's 7 times the amount of work. So I'm starting to see that.
People are gonna love that site. Just so you know, it's gonna be definitely a crowd favorite.
I'm putting a lot into it.
Yeah.
Well, it isn't just 7 times the work, Eric. It's 7 times the testing, 7 times the QA, 7 times everything.
But it's also 7 times the advertisers and 7 times the cash in my pocket. You know what I mean?
Good man, good man. Very cool, very cool. Okay, this I think is going to be a empty the tank episode. Eric, something tells me you got at least a couple there hanging around. We've had a light week so far, so why don't you tell us some apps?
Sure. I got one called Chimpact. It's a cute little app with monkeys, but you're not going to like this one too much, Dor, because it uses kind of the physics of Angry Birds. Where you're pulling back on something. I don't know, what would you call that? Bow reflex type movement, where you pull back on something, let go, and it flings.
Bow, slingshot, something like that, yeah.
Yeah. A sling action. Basically, you're just flying through trees, trying to collect gems, just going higher and higher with a really well-animated monkey. And it's
Gotcha.
Chimpact. Fun game for the tablet when you're just kind of sitting around.
Well,
bored.
I'm going to guess This is this like endless runner type of thing where you just keep going, keep going, keep going?
No, no, there's an end to each one. You go up a few levels and there'll be a gem at the top that you need to get. Well, actually, when you get to the top, it'll say the end. Your friends are all up there waiting, and then you get to see how many of the gems you actually found on the way. Sometimes they're not obvious where they were at,
Okay, well you say
hidden in trees and stuff.
up, but I looking at the video, sometimes you go down, sometimes you go right, sometimes you go left. How do you know which direction you're supposed to be going?
I pretty much just went up.
Okay.
And then sometimes you do jump and you don't get to the right place, and you just got to jump again and try to find your way around. Now that I'm watching the video, there's a lot more to the levels than where I've been, as can be typically seen for most games
Right.
I play.
Well, maybe these videos are past stage 2 or 3.
So, you still there? Hey,
Yep.
Door.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened there.
Blame Google.
Okay, sounds good.
They're
Cool.
evil after all. At least that's what I keep being told.
I thought they weren't evil. They were going to do
No.
evil.
They have the goal of not being evil, which means, of course, they must be evil.
So at some point they thought that they better make a goal of not being evil to
Mhm.
cover up something, probably.
Yep. Yeah. This is a very interesting game, I'll say, Eric. Interesting in the sense of, you're right, I'm not installing it. But I might show it to my kids. Because,
Yeah.
after all, this is rated everyone. So that's a good sign.
Oh, yes. My next one is also rated everyone. I think all the games that I bring today are rated everyone. This one's called Sticks, and this is not a single player game at all. You cannot play. Well, I think you may be able to play against a computer, but it starts out asking you how many people you're going to play. And this game, I would have to. You ever go to a restaurant where they have a kids menu and you have a bunch of stuff you can, like different games and stuff you can play with your kids while you're waiting for your food to come out?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times there's a grid pattern, and you have to make lines on it with two different colored pencils or crayons, and then whoever fills in the square, you put your initials, and whoever has the most initials filled in at the end wins.
Right.
This is that, but a digital version.
Very cool. Yeah, I did see a number file video on YouTube when it's the square grid. He actually showed you a methodology to guarantee if you're going first or second, how to guarantee yourself that you will come out on top.
Really?
Yeah, very
Ooh.
interesting. Everything he said made sense, but I'm seeing in this screenshots, some of these grids are non-standard shapes. So that quote-unquote trick hack probably will not work.
Yeah, and some of them, if you notice, have two sticks on one plane.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy. Confusing.
I beat my wife at it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, that's good enough, right?
Yeah, that proves it was a great game.
Very cool. Yeah,
I won at it. Good
right.
game.
And it does look like you can have up to possibly 4 players, so that's good. Looks like it's by Walkway Games. Good name.
I believe that was a free Amazon app of the day at one point, because I think it was $2.61 or something odd.
Mhm. Right now, time of recording the show, $2.91.
91. Okay. All right, my next app is for people who for whatever reason they don't like apps that start with the letter Z. This one's called Top 60 Symbol Ringtones. So you do get exactly, and I kind of see their point on why they would do this, because then finding them in the App Store makes it really easy, being the top 60 simple ringtones.
Right.
And these are all, and they're just simple, and they're not any hit songs or anything like that. They are all really good ringtones. Kind of the things you might find stock on a phone, but they're just not songs or nothing like that. Not made up songs. They're just basically different ringtones. I don't know if I can play a couple for you. This one's yeah, so things like that.
So
They're really
did you find one in there that you like?
no. I love the ringtone I have, and I'm not changing it. But they make it really easy to install them. You don't have to download or nothing. All you do is just long press on the one you do like and hit set as ringtone.
Gotcha. Very cool. Yeah, they say they're 60 hertz. So 60 HQ, high quality sounds. 60 is an odd number, and my guess is that's the reason. They must be thinking, the number 60, they probably isn't too many apps with that in there.
And this is top 60 simple ringtones by Insplicity.
Yep, and it is, of course, for everyone, so there's no explicit words in there. Was updated March 12th this year, so it's not like an old app or anything. So good find, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. This one's for you, Dor, this next one. And I'll tell you what, I should probably give more of these games a chance. This one's called Velocispider by Noodle Cake Studios, of course. Noodle Cake Studios has all kinds of games. But this one's like a 32-bit Space Invaders Plus type game, and it was actually a lot of fun playing.
You're a Velociraptor, the cannon coming out of the top of your head,
shooting at various things coming down, like in the Spider Wars, Spider Wars, what the heck game? Space Invaders. And there's a couple other games that are similar to that, I guess, too.
Okay, well, shame on them. There's no video for the App Store. But here's a question.
Yes.
I see 3 eggs at the bottom, so I'm starting to think that's almost like a Missile Command-esque defend the 3 eggs, maybe?
I think you end up getting the eggs, and when you get the 3 eggs, your level's done, possibly.
Gotcha.
I think it's kind of odd too. You just I think controlling this was rocking it back and forth, if I remember right.
Oh.
And then shooting may have been automatic as well. It was really simple. I mean, that's probably why I liked it. It was pretty easy.
Well, I'll say a lot of these games have started auto shooting just because it's simpler, I'll say.
Yeah. So you're rocking back and forth, and it auto shoots. But as you improve and you get some things drop down, you grab them, you get some better guns. So yeah, you can basically play this one-handed, holding it up in front of a webcam, and still do okay.
Ah, that's why you like it, because you can play it with one hand. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. All right, that's Velocispider.
Velocispider. A great name. Fantastic name.
I think this may be my last app for tonight. This one's called Amazing Breaker 3. And I thought that this had been brought before, but I looked it up, and it's not an Addict app. This one also has the slingshot action, but basically you're launching mines, like sticky mines, at different pictures, and you've got to blow up the pictures with your sticky mines to 90% to pass that level and move on to the next picture.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Wow. Sticky Minds is right. You let it go, sticks there for like a second, and then blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and a lot of times there's already sticky mines on there, so you make a chain reaction with the other ones that are there. You just kind of got to place it in the right spot to maximize the effect.
Very cool. Yeah, it's okay. Now it makes sense why you don't have to destroy everything, because it would be kind of crazy, literally destroying everything. And I do see there's different types of
Mines.
The mines you can shoot. There's mines that have like 3 mines in them that pass over the item, and then you click, I'm going to guess, to drop the 3 mines in different places.
Yeah. There's other ones that are like spider webby too that you connect to make chain reactions.
Right. Very interesting. Yeah, so yeah, because since you only need 90%, then it's just a question about getting just enough as quick as possible.
Yep. So this one it's got good explosions, I would have to say.
Oh, you mean like Star Wars 1977?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot like those. That's it for my tank today door.
Very cool, very cool. Okay, I am going to go easy on my tank because I have way too many apps. Okay, first one here. I stumbled across this one honestly because All About Android brought up a app, but I wasn't sure if it was this app. Okay, this app I'm bringing is called App Hunt Dash Discover New Apps. If you just search for App Hunt, all one word, you'll literally find multiple apps with that name. This one is by Jorge MF. JORGEMF. Um, there is no such thing as a really good one of these apps. There's always one, because like at least 50% of the apps are just going to be old repetitive apps that just got an update or something, so they're brought back to the top, or just complete crap apps. This to me is a good blend of new stuff without too many old things. But I really like the fact that you could search by what was hot last month or the current month or 2 months ago kind of thing. I found that list to be maybe the most beneficial in here. Also, when there's like a big day with a lot of updates, you'll actually get something in your notification bar telling you to, come look at the apps. And I will say, the way I really judged this was, let me look at what they said was just hot, and look at the apps that me and Eric brought to the show.
Yeah, I was just noticing that too.
And it really was like 70 to 80% of the apps we brought were at least moderately high in this app. So that made me feel better.
I would just say shout out to Jorge then.
Exactly. Good man. Yeah, and this is again App Hunt, discover new apps.
Cool.
This one I thought I would bring Eric just because I thought it would get a chuckle out of you. Okay, horrible name. It's called Clip Dis.
Well, that last one was
Messenger.
rated T also.
Oh, thank you. Okay, this one is not rated T. This one is rated mature 17 and older. Okay, this is called Clip Dis for Messenger. CLIPDIS, like clip this, but
Clip this.
young and hip for the kids. What this app basically is you type in a message you want to send to somebody. It then finds like movie clips, video clips, where the people are saying those words, and then it patches it together into one seamless message.
Oh, dude, this is great. If this wasn't for Facebook Messenger, I'd love it.
Right. Well, I thought that alone would at least get you interested in it.
Yeah.
I know it's for Facebook Messenger, but this was, and of course the main reason the app failed to me is, of course, I typed in the word pod nuts and I couldn't find nothing. But I have that.
Well, yeah. You're probably. Oh, did you type in the 2 words pod and nuts? And
No.
They could find them. Oh.
No, I was too upset by then.
Yeah, because there's a lot of movies that pod nuts has been brought up.
Exactly. I mean, come on now. Let's
There's
keep
that-
it real.
There's that one. But
Yeah. The next one I'm going to bring here, that was again Clip Dis.
I like
this
it.
one I'm actually bringing because SteveC mentioned something weeks ago. He mentioned how there's an app on his phone that he one-clicked and it went through and deleted a whole bunch of unused apps. And when I saw this, it immediately made me think of him because I don't remember seeing that before. This is called Demo Man Remove Unused Apps. Demo Man, all one word. This is from Apps for Fun Ltd. Basically, you leave it on your phone, and then after a certain amount of time, you go ahead and you click a button, and it will tell you when the last times apps were used. You can set up a like a time frame. You can say, okay, right now uninstall every app that hasn't been used in 90 days with one button. Bang, and it just gets rid of them all. I will never install an app like this, and could never install an app like this, because some of the apps on my phone I have just for that time when I need them. Like, for instance, a torch. Hypothetically, I could easily go 3 months and never use my torch. But when I need that torch, I need that torch. You know?
Your phone doesn't have a way to get to torch without torch?
I don't know. Just an example, Eric.
Saying.
Roll with me here. But
no, I agree. I like geocaching apps. I'm only going to use the geocache app when I'm going geocaching, and that's not every week or every day or every month even.
Right. Yeah. Or I'll say like package buddy or a package tracking app. It's very plausible I could go 3 months without ordering something. You know, it just happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was Demo Man. Remove unused apps. What I got next, I am never going to need an app like this. I can tell you that. But I've heard plenty of people complain about their phone getting hot.
Never say never, Dor.
I know. Well, my old phone, my Droid X and Droid X2, that thing got hot as crap. Okay.
Oh yeah.
This is called Coolify Flat. Coolify FLAT. Coolify Flat, and it's by One Zhong app. And this is, of course, rated everyone. It's a very tealish blue app, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you set target temperatures in this app, and this can modify your battery temperature kind of thing. And if your battery gets too hot, if it goes above that target line, it will literally start to kill applications on your phone. You can also, there's also like a one-click optimization. You just click it, and it kills all of the apps that it can to bring your temperature down as quick as possible.
Huh. Do you need root for this?
99% sure that you do not.
Okay.
Don't envy your friend's iPhone with Codify. Coolify. Your Android rooted devices are cooler. So yes.
Okay.
Coolify helps cool your rooted device.
I did read something about there was something ahead. Oh, temperature and status bar via an exposed module.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, I'm definitely rolling down third finally here. Okay, here, this one, I did bring an app, SHOU, in the past. It's called SHOU. That was an app used to watch other games that were recorded, or you could record video games on your phone and upload them. With Lollipop and Up, you do not need root. With Lollipop and Up, you do not need root. So that's good. That's why apps like SHOW and this app are only going to become more popular. This is called Camcord, KAMCORD, Camcord Game Screen Recorder. These are only going to get more popular. I don't know which one's going to hit that first viral spike, but it's going to happen sooner or later. This one looks very easy for you to just click record, play a game, and it will record the in-game audio. When I tried it, it did not record my mic audio. That might be good, that might be bad, depending on what you want. But it was definitely easy. There was very little difficulty to it.
It says in the description, a great way to record videos from like Modern Combat 5, Boom Beach. And then they say Five Nights at Freddy 3. I couldn't think of a more boring video to watch than watch somebody play Five Nights at Freddy 3. That's Five Nights at Freddy's. That game's boring just watching it yourself and while you're playing it.
I have to take your word on it. I never played it.
Oh, it's supposed to be scary. Basically, you're switching from camcorder to camcorder, watching these anime pizza parlor guys moving through the pizza
Oh,
place.
yeah. I did see that. Okay. Yeah, that was rated teen. Okay.
Huh.
Now we're getting into a different category with this next one.
Real quick on that last one.
Mhm.
If you want to watch other people and the videos that they made, is that what do you also watch them at Camcord? Do you know? Is that the place to go?
Yeah. You could browse other stuff and watch it, and it does look like there is the website. Looks like it's possibly just Camcord, Cam with a K again, camcord.com, to where you can just watch videos. So that's cool.
Oh, okay, yeah. Become a Camcord celebrity.
Yeah.
Hey, there's some YouTubers making some
I'm sure.
videos.
All right, now you want to watch some videos, you will have to be mature 17 plus for this next one, okay? This is called Hitman Sniper. This is based
Oh.
off the Hitman franchise of games. You're literally a sniper way up on a hill or on a mountain or on a building, and you got to scope in to people, and your goal is to shoot them in the head. Headshots, of course, because
that is the best way to snipe somebody, is right in the head. Yeah, I wonder if this measures. I've never played the PC game for Hitman, but this looks like it's got pretty good graphics.
Yeah, I'll say not the best graphics, but good graphics. Definitely better than average, I'll say. And it has Square Enix behind it. $4.99 for a Square Enix game. To me, that's a fair price. If you enjoy Hitman at all, something tells me well worth the $5.
They got the blood down, don't they?
You know that. Okay, I'm going to bring just two more quick games right here. This one is also another mature 17 plus game, Doom 3 BFG edition. $9.99. This is by NVIDIA Shield Partners, so this will not work on all devices, but this is Doom 3. So, if you want to have a BFG, go around shooting people.
What's BFG?
Big, fantastic gun.
Really? Okay.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Their official statement is it stands for nothing. It's just BFG. But I think we all know it actually does stand for something.
Their favorite tires.
Exactly. So if you're a fan of Doom at all, or you never checked out Doom, go check it out. Doom 3 BFG edition. Okay, last game, Eric, and this game I brought because I did download, I did play, and it was fun, is what I will say.
All right.
Even though, you ready for it? Are you sitting down, Eric?
4-bit graphics.
No. Endless Runner.
Oh.
Because this is technically an Endless Runner. It's called Hell Rider. Super ridiculously simplistic controls. You tap the screen, and when you tap, you either bust a 90-degree turn left or a 90-degree turn right.
That's cool.
You're always heading in a direction, and then when you tap, you're swerving left or right. Now, a certain
You're a motorcycle. You got to tell people you're a motorcycle.
I'm sorry, you're right. It is on a motorcycle, and periodically, the whole screen will rotate. You'll see a flashing arrow on the screen, no enemies at a part, and then the screen will rotate 90 degrees, and you're still, swiping back and forth like almost a slalom type action, and your goal is to I could never tell what they were. Hit people with flags, especially.
Like skeleton? Are you supposed to hit those skeletons too?
Skeletons. Yeah, and not hit stones, walls, or bombs or anything else. This was a game that was just genuinely entertaining.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play. Yeah, looks like it's good, just inline kind of game with one tap, right?
Yes, and you can earn credits to upgrade and buy all kinds of stuff. I never even did it. I just played the game. I felt no need, no necessity to upgrade the bike to a scooter or anything else. I just played.
Yeah,
Now I'm going to play it for a more time, and then when I do get bored, I'll go in and say, oh, now I can go ahead and just buy stuff.
Yeah, he's a little dude on a motorcycle with a Viking helmet, just running over skeletons. That's fun stuff. Just tearing it
Yeah.
up too. We got a big rooster of mud behind him.
Yeah, and like outside of the track, the course, the causeway, the course is basically lava because you're quote unquote in hell
Mm.
on a
Interesting.
motorcycle, doing stuff.
Good game, Dor.
Yeah, this game was just genuinely fun. Is the only way I can put it. Just absolutely genuinely fun.
Kind of like this podcast.
Kind of, yes, not exactly like, but kind of.
Yeah, we're not throwing roosters of mud or anything, but it's fun to do this podcast.
Exactly. Well, Eric, I want to thank you for coming out this week and having fun.
Thanks
and,
for having me, Dor.
Wouldn't have it any other way. SteveC, I believe, is taking a break. I think he actually took a nap, which is okay. So let's not talk too loud here at the end.
Yeah. Hush.
Hey,
Keep it down.
hey, Eric, is there anything you would like to say to the people at the end of the show?
I'd like to say thanks for listening. I hope they have almost as much fun listening, which probably isn't nearly as much fun as we do making it. And send us some voicemails and emails. Maybe we won't actually get on tangents, and we'll listen to more of them and bring them to the show.
Right. And don't forget, if you want to come out live, just go subscribe to the mailing list. If you go to pods.com/AAA, there is a link right there to join the list. When you join the list, you are also asked if you want to join the Podnuts Android App Addict Club on Google+. You join that club, we go live, you get a notification in your Google+. Then just come out, hang out live, have fun.
And speaking of hanging out live, I think there may be a chance that we could get out and possibly eat some pizza with some listeners in Chicago coming up here in a couple months. Maybe.
I am going to be there. I should be home by Thursday. That's what night we record the show. But I will be there from Sunday to Thursday, I believe.
Cool. And if I make it up there, we will go to Lou Malnati's and have some pizza.
Oh, awesome. Very cool. I want to thank everyone for downloading. Thanks everyone for the support. Thanks for everyone who do send email. Thanks for everyone who tweet about us or Facebook about us or Google+. You guys honestly make it very easy to keep doing this show. And with that, I will talk to everyone in a week. Of course, it's not a week.
And my sound is laid down by the underground.
I got to go record all the apps now.
Okay. Make sure you hit your stop button on the Audacity.
Yeah, I'm doing that first, so I'll leave it recording here for 20 minutes. Okay, I want to call it 370.
Yeah, I've had some computer problems around here lately, man. I got my main computer upstairs like froze up. I pulled a couple sticks of RAM out of it today and didn't make a difference. I'm gonna have to check the hard drive. It may be going bad.
That's not good.
Yeah, that happens.
Hey guys, thanks for doing that.
No problem, man.
No problem, man.
I'm going to head out, but it sounded great. I was listening on and off, and sounded really good.
Where are you going to?
What, right now?
I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, you said head out. I'm like, oh, all
Head
of
out
the
and hang out.
club's blowing up on a Thursday.
Let's go to the club.
Actually, today I was for work. They were having a conference. We were putting on a conference, and I was the video and
cool.
photography guy. So I was just taking videos and photos all day long, and
Did it go well?
they coming back to check on the cat, going back there, and they did have like a dance. When I voxed you guys right before the show, one of the owners was playing a harmonica up on the stage for like one of the events and stuff. So I had to film all that. It was pretty cool, but
That's cool.
exhausting.
Did you have a little fun at least?
It was cool watching them. It was great because I don't dance. So when I get to do another job besides dance, it's give me an excuse not to dance.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I was happy.
Very cool. Okay,
But,
I am saving mine to the BitTorrent sync right now, Steve.
Cool, great shows, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Later.
Man.
Thanks.
Okay, I am saved. Okay, let me record these apps. Chimpact. It's a weird name, man.
I know likes Gino's East, which I have to agree. Gino's East is outstanding pizza, but Lou's is similar and right around the corner from where doors stand.
Right around the corner is good. I had something really cool happen, Eric.
What's that?
Listening to Steve Gibson Security Now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a feedback episode, and he says the guy's name who sent in the email. And as soon as he said it, I said, "That sounds vaguely familiar." Then he said from Cambridge or whatever, from Boston.
Oh,
Like, wait a minute. And I rewound it really quick. I said, I think I know that guy.
Nelf.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I met that guy, in fact. And I'm pretty sure he's the guy who said, if you ever get arrested
At
up
Harvard.
here, yeah, just, call me and I'll get you out of jail.
Nice.
I'm like, what do you think I'm going to do? And he said, just in case, because the cops around here sometime are a little bit touchy. I'm like, well, he must know I'm from Baltimore or something.
Right.
and it was him. So I immediately paused the podcast. Hurry up, sent him an email. I said, did I just hear your name on Security Now? And he just pinged me back 2 minutes later, said, hell yeah, tell me that wasn't cool.
I hear Kevin's name on the Nora Agenda show a lot. That's
I wonder why. Maybe because he's one of the most supportive guys for anything that's ever happened. When he decides he's supporting something, he's all in.
Yeah.
You better get the hell out of his way.
I'll tell you what, did you see his post on Google Plus? He's not supporting Comfort Inn.
He was there was little doubt in my mind. He was a little upset.
Yeah. Rightly so.
Oh, I'm not blaming him. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. When I see something like that, I don't know if it's good to +1 it. It's almost like Facebook. You go do I really want to like that?
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I'm with him. That's nasty.
Yeah, I'll say when something like that pops up, it matters if I know them or not. If I don't know them, I will plus it and say, I'm plussing that I agree with your statement, not that it's a good thing. Just to let them know. Because, yeah.
Hey, did a developer reach out to you recently about an
Oh,
app?
one did, and I forgot to mention him because honestly, Steve said, I don't know if it's real. Why don't you ask him what's his favorite tourism or something to the show?
GeoScribe? Was it GeoScribe?
Oh yeah, he completely spammed more than a couple things that I saw on the internet. Not pod nuts, but other things. I'll say.
Really? Well, he's been very cordial, and he listens to the show.
Well, he says he does. There's no proof he listens to anything.
Yeah.
For all we know, this is a forum email he sent to 50 things.
Well, he started GeoScribe in the Northwest Illinois area for me. So he sent the bots out to get information about this area.
Okay. Yeah. With some of these emails, I purposely wait a week to see if another podcast mentions them, because then I know, oh, it's just a spam email.
Right.
I'm tempted to not to email him back, mention on a show, yeah, we had an email from a guy who said that he was a podcast show, that he was a podcaster, and now he's doing app development. I think his name was Steve. Steve, I can't find your email. Email me again.
There you go.
So then I know he's listened and he will email me again.
Yeah, that'd be cool. He also hasn't hit my town yet. He should know the name of my town if he's a listener. And I didn't tell him the name of my town.
Right.
And I just told him I didn't see much around Northwest Illinois.
What a surprise. There's nothing in my town.
Your town? Well, no, basically I think it was just Michigan was all he had when he first started.
In my town, there's literally nothing. I go to my town and it says there are currently no scrolls in the area.
But I think a lot of the listeners know the town I live in just by listening to the show.
Oh yeah, they have to.
But my town has no scrolls yet.
So this is trying to be like those stupid signs on the side of the highway, like historical marks, but they're spots of importance, maybe.
Just things, just stuff, things and stuff as a tourist to see and do.
Yeah. It's not it's
It's
not
scraping.
I'll put it like this, Eric. This isn't coping my cabana, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of apps doing this. The most famous one would be the one by Google. What's it called?
Well, I'll
Google.
say really quick, this is completely wrong because I'm highlighting an area that's in Dundalk, Maryland, which is basically the city, almost the ghetto part of Baltimore. And the tool text tip says Baltimore Washington International Airport, which is like 40 miles to the west and not in the city. So there's something broke on this website. I will say that.
That's funny.
Yeah, it says Baltimore Washington International Airport, which it most clearly is not.
What is the name of that Google app now? That's bugging me.
Do you mean the
Start
one
with
that
a
was?
H, didn't it?
You mean the one that was made by the same people that did Ingress?
Yes. Yeah.
Easy. You just go to the Google Play Store to search for Ingress. Where's my
Ingress.
play?
Pretty sure it was an H word.
No, I don't think it was an H word. Ingress, Nyack Labs, Field Trip.
Field Trip. Yes. That's got to get installed on my phone again.
Yeah, that is a crazy app for that kind of stuff. The
I
reason I
learn
love that
stuff all the time off that.
Well, I know, but the reason I love that app was because you didn't have to do anything. You just load the app once, and then it would stay in the background. And then when you came across something, say, hey, you're coming across this. Do you know about this? That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I was just driving down the road and it was like, oh yeah, there used to be a house here that had like this thing that happened.
Right. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, Rhino, you're right. See, Rhino listens to the show. He knows where I'm from.
No, I know he knows. He ain't stupid.
Nope.
Yeah, and that guy's email, I literally just bring it spam. To me, there was nothing personal about it. After the first line, because there's this one line, hey guys, let me start by saying Android App Acts is my favorite Android show out there. And then nothing else has to do about our show or references to us.
There's really nothing else to say.
Well,
after that line. No, I'm just kidding.
He could say, Steve, I know you're not a map guy.
But, right,
he
yeah, exactly.
So that's why I believe this is just a pure crap email.
Yep.
And if he's really a fan of the show, maybe he'll email us to comment on something about the show and not his own application.
Well, and he knows where, he knows where all of us are from. He could front load this app for us if he was really hyper targeting our show.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I don't believe him. Steve said, ask what his favorite Doorism is. What if he hates me as a host? Maybe he doesn't have a favorite. Maybe he thinks I suck. So he could respond back and say, I really don't have any, and still be an actual listener of the show.
yeah, there's really no favorite Doorisms in my book.
I don't blame you.
No, his book, not my book. I like them all.
Oh goodness! Amazing Breaker Free. That game needs a better. Name.
Yeah,
This is a decent game. Like Boom Breaker Blast.
I thought we had brought a Breaker game before.
Oh, I know we did, but I think the one we brought was a very much classic. Get the 3 colors touching and then they all disappear kind of thing. I didn't think there was anything different about it. Ow. I really need to find a way to at least semi-automate the documentation of these apps.
I'm gonna check the radar, see if we're in the clear for now. Oh, nothing red's popping. Well, flash, flood watch, tornado watch still.
Yeah, I was mad, Eric. Clip this. The whole reason I installed it because I didn't. When I saw Messenger, it didn't click with me. Facebook Messenger. I just thought Messenger.
Oh.
Just Messenger. No.
Yeah, and they did that. They made it that way just
Yeah.
so people wouldn't like not ever install it. Because if it was Facebook Messenger, half the people wouldn't have ever installed it.
Yeah,
That's what my radar looks like right now here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're about ready to get it. Yeah, it's springtime. Well, if my garage blows away, let it go tonight. Because tomorrow I'm spending a bunch of money on it.
Oh wow. On your garage or the next door neighbor's garage?
The next door garage.
So was that worth keeping?
I hope so. The bad thing is I can't fit a car in it the way it's set up. It's too narrow. It's
Gotcha.
long but narrow, but it's really awkward if I was to drive into this. I mean, that's why it had a lean-to on it so that people could park a car in there. They basically took some supports out and added on a little chunk.
Gotcha.
But that all fell in. Roof was bad.
Huh.
I knocked that down, and I had a temporary wall made. And then they also drove a car into the wall, which broke some more of the supports on that side. So there's like 3 beams holding that whole side of the garage up.
Wow.
But the fire department in their training moved that wall with their things that they get to use. So they like that. They get to actually move a wall with their equipment that's made to move walls to like rescue people.
Oh, cool.
So they did that and laid it back on its foundation. And so now I've got, 5 of the 8 supporting beams there instead of 3. So I'm going to finish building that wall on that side and then put a garage door on the other side because it's just plywood pieces covering up a big hole.
Well, if the garage wasn't big enough for a car, let me rephrase that. If the garage is not big enough for a car, was it at one point in time big enough for a car?
When they had the lean-to out on the back, yeah, you could probably park a car in there then.
Okay.
But the lean-to fell off.
The
garage was definitely built before cars.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes a lot of sense then.
And yeah, you know what? Actually, maybe they did pull in the side instead of the front. I don't know. It was an old farmhouse. The town was built around it. Maybe they did have better access to it at one point.
There's no sure when you're one of the first there, you do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. And when you go to sell off your property for more houses, you make sure you put an easement through their property so you can drive through it to get back to your house.
True.
That was the main reason I bought the place. You want 5 apartment building people, renters driving through my backyard to get to their house every day.
Hell no. Hell Rider. Good name.
Good game. Good game.
That's a stupid fun.
So, Father's Day things, Dor. My father-in-law came over. These are the kind of things I should bring to the show too. My father-in-law came over last night, and I painted up a shirt for his dad. His dad's getting up there in the years, but he had me paint on a T-shirt. I love the way, Dad. I love the way, without saying, we both know that I'm your favorite. And he's going to give that to him in front of all of his sisters, brothers. But there was a good one. We were looking up funny sayings, and there's one that said, throughout my childhood, my dad had always told me that the ice cream man plays his music when he runs out of product. Well played, Dad. Like, wow.
That one's noted. That one's put in the vault there, baby.
Your kids are almost too old for that, though. These are the things you need to learn when they were really little.
My kids are pushovers. They're easy.
Yeah. Have they ever gotten ice cream from a singing truck?
Maybe twice in their life, maybe.
Oh, okay. See here, man. That's it. The thing goes by like 3 times a day.
Well, here they come by at like 9, 10 o'clock at night because they're actually selling crack off of it.
It's like Cheech and Chong, nice dreams.
Yeah.
Oh man. We do have one that's called Stands. It's just a stands on the side.
Nice.
Stencil. Stan has a pretty good time, I think, while he's selling his ice creams.
I'm sure.
I think he stops by a few places and probably plays frisbee golf.
Yeah, I will say I did like when I was a kid, the good humor man.
I like the chocolate taco. Wow,
Yeah,
I turned
Choco-
really
Choco.
yellow. What's going on with my camera here?
Choco Taco.
I had jaundice.
Yeah, it's the auto white balance that happens.
Well, Dora, I'm gonna hit it, man.
All right, man.
We're still live too.
Yes, we are. You want me to go off?
Yeah, I'm gonna get going anyway.
All right, man.
Have a good night. Thanks everybody for watching live.
Absolutely. Take it easy, guys.
All right, see you later.